Ian Collins is firstly a pharmacist. He owned a pharmacy for 20 years. Ian sold the pharmacy and bought into Evelyn Fay Nutrition, a health food store at 360 Burke Street in Melbourne. Ian didn't go green, he simply realised that Western medicine should work alongside complementary medicine. And that's a major area of debate. Last year, Ian opened a second outlet in South Melbourne called Lift Health and Sport. Ian, great to see you.
Good to be here.
So why has there been a major debate between Western medicine and complementary medicine?
It's really interesting. Western medicine has basically grown out of complementary medicine. That's what people used to make years ago. Everything came from herbals. Now, of course, science has been able to refine it, and unfortunately the pharmaceutical manufacturers who control so much of the industry now don't want to know about herbals. They've moved away from them.
So what's the difference between your store and a normal health food store?
We try to do things very differently. Firstly, our qualified staff, everybody on staff is a nutritionist or a naturopath. My background is pharmacy, so that has been a really interesting mix. Together, we work for the patient, so it is not a matter of someone coming in and just asking for a product and being given it. We actually try to take them down the next step. The difference here is we cover all areas, not only just your normal health areas. We are totally interested in prevention of illness. That is what separates us from all the others. We are here to prevent illness, and of course our sports nutrition range, which is really strong, is for the betterment of all people that do sports, and that should be all of us, including you.
You've assisted a lot of professional athletes such as AFL footballers and swimmers to triathletes. But how have you actually helped them?
Okay, I've been fortunate enough to be very involved with the top athletes, Olympic athletes, AFL footballers, triathletes, Ironmen, etc. And what we've been able to do is to lift their performance based on their recovery, their ability to come back and train harder the next time, on their ability to have the right muscle and body structure for the sport that they're doing, and also to treat their many injuries which they all get. So it's not only the elite athlete, but that has helped me hone what I do, and of course my pharmaceutical background has allowed me to really understand what sports nutrition does with the human body.
What about the weekend warriors?
That's all of us, really. That's the general population, and we can actually help all of them just so much because we take them to the next level. If they're training once or twice a week, we will help them with their, again, as I mentioned, the word recovery. Recovery from sport is the key, and that's what every athlete chases. The better you recover, the better you train next time, the better you train, the better you play. And that's the very basis of it.
A sad fact of life is that we're all getting older, so how can you help with the ailments that sort of come with old age, such as obesity, arthritis and that sort of stuff?
That's a great question, because that is the future of the government today. We are getting killed, unfortunately, by the amount of money the government is spending to keep us all growing older, and thankfully we are. Our aim now is to make people grow older in a far more healthy manner. So we can help people with keeping their cholesterol down. They don't necessarily have to reach for the tablets that are available. We can help them with foods that drop cholesterol levels, control of blood pressure, all these ailments that become very costly for the government. Started early, your lifestyle improves. We then look at their nutrition. That is so important. What people eat, how often they eat, when they eat. This is so critical to their well-being. Then we look at their sports regime and keeping people active. All of this will help reduce the aggravation of aging, make us age more happily, so that when we're both 98 we can skip down Clarendon Street and have a lot of fun and enjoy life, and that's the aim.
But what's the major challenge that confronts society these days from your point of view?
The major challenge confronting society from a health...
Is it obesity?
Is absolutely the lack of exercise of the general community. It sounds crazy, but that's reality. You may remember When we were at school, we used to come home and play outside. It was cricket or football every night. Not now. Now it's sitting by the TV, sitting in front of computers. We're sedentary. Our jobs are sedentary. We don't have to chop wood to make fire. We don't have to chop wood to heat the hot water. Our life has really become just too easy, and that's why we've become more obese. The same side as the foods are so processed. It all adds to obesity, and this is just an enormous cost, and we believe we can just control it so easily with people.
Okay, Ian, if somebody wants to find out more about your store and how to have a better life, how do they do that?
This is Lift Health and Sport. We're at 267 Clarendon Street, South Melbourne, in the new Coles complex, and our phone number is 9686 0086.
Ian, thank you very much.
It's a pleasure.